I was told to go ahead, come on and deliver this good old message. Somebody could be in the land, Delancey, Miranda, Perez, Hayes, Dawkins, McGibbons, Patel. All right. So, what I was given in this situation was, I listen. My beauty sleep was interrupted, and reason being, also whoever it is that they have constantly surveillance and let me put the address here, 3220 Conservation Place, apartment 205, illegal surveillance. Okay? So, we had to go ahead and put this down, okay? So whoever this person that's in this apartment is actually overweight or obese, and they smoke. Okay. So, in this situation, it's brought to my attention, someone can actually be a practitioner, someone could be African or black. I'm getting Hispanic, either Mexican, Puerto Rican, or Dominican. I'm also getting Haitian. These are our main sourced practitioners at this time, or Caribbean. I'm also getting Indian from India, or they could be some sort of South Indian or Native American, okay? Because these are the only type of practitioners that have the capability to do this. However, at the same time, it is going to be able to, for somebody to be proven in the court of law that these people were giving out, for one, HIPAA violation, two, this is medical malpractice at its worst. But also for these type of practitioners, someone can actually be a nurse practitioner, OBGYN, a GI doctor, and a surgeon, okay? This is like for them to really stoop very, very low. Someone could have OBG, women's reproduction, also with pregnancies. Also, this can do with GI, if you have gut, gallbladder, pancreatitis, liver, kidneys, or you're susceptible to those things, right? Also, whoever the surgeon is, this was someone that right now they looking to avoid the truth, but this truth is no longer going to be avoided after today. What information that I go ahead and reveal of how someone was hoping, and today is anatomy physiology type course, also systematic nervous system report, also organ reports, okay? Someone could be from Oregon, okay? Someone's name is Morgan, and also someone has ties to a law firm or a judge. And then those who they usually send out for this surveillance has ties to the police or sheriff department. I'm also getting private investigations. because this is like one of those unsolicited, but whoever this private investigator is, they do play in Bruja work. They also play in dream state work. Also, this is someone that plays with, they have ties to property management. They have ties to um, people that work at a leasing office, as well as someone's name could be Elisa, or Elise, or Janice or Janisa, or Janessa. Okay. Also, this will also prove that someone is renting or subleasing a property without proper maintenance of a property, also allowing people to be in a particular place when they're not supposed to be, that they're operating based off of a false court order. Like, this court order is not legit. This court order has not reached the proper channels or the chains. Also, someone, I'm hearing someone's last name could be Chin or Chang, the Peck Chang or something like that. But this is also these channels. This is also someone illegally watching for a psychologist or a psychologist from Puerto Rico. This is someone hoping that you wouldn't know or know who paid them at this time to do this. Because it's whoever this is, these are people that would literally, they're about to serve time. Whoever this person is, one of them will get a fine. The other people who are like literally coming near you, they will face 18 years. So the person who's currently near you or in a place that they're not supposed to be, they will get 18 years. The people that either could have paid them, or the year that the person is, or the people that are near you, they were born in 1972. 1970, 71, and 1986, okay? Somebody's birthday is definitely in July or July 30th that they were hoping to go ahead to prolong something. But however, this situation has now been pressed forward to now June 29th that these people will be caught. Someone that is near you at this time is 51 years old. So the main person or a corporate of this situation could be 51 years old. Something about a corporation or an Inc., something Inc., or a group of associates that that are operating this at this time. So someone, the neuropathic pain system, this is someone that has to know what type of health conditions that you have. They will have to know if there's a possibility, say if you gain too much weight, you lose too much weight. But if this is someone that knows that there's a possibility of pregnancy, right? And these are OBGYNs, GI, and a surgeon. And if you have prolonged care, especially if you're dealing with hypertriglyceridemia or a pre-existing metabolic disorder, and it's prolonged and it can lead to hemolysis or pancreatitis, gallstones, or preeclampsia, right along with acute fatty liver or idiopathic pancreatitis type of disorders, right? Which also can lead to chronic pelvic pain or somatic nervous pain or vesical nerve pain or thoracic pain. So the only people that would know this, or you can have some form of endometriosis, which can actually like cover if there is a pregnancy in your body, it can cover it. Like you wouldn't know that it's there, but those who do your scans, they can do a CT scan, they can do MRIs, they can do X-rays, they can do blood scans. And if at any given time in your medical history that you have done any of these are people looking to erase the fact that they did any type of CT scan, MRIs, that they did any of these things. Now, if there was to show that you had any type of nerve condition, kidney, liver, pancreas, spleen, or any type of organ disorder, let alone endometriosis or pancreatitis or a pancreas disorder, and your doctor was fully aware of you having this, meaning every doctor should be very much aware of what type of disorders or organs or issues or complications that you have, and they choose not to tell you that you have that or a pre-existing condition, and they prolong it. And especially if you are a woman, this is premeditated murder to a fetus, premeditated issues that can cause a person either death, grief, pain, or it can shut down that you can need an unnecessary surgery for your pancreas, gallbladder. This can also develop into gallstones. This can also affect your bowel duct or your duodenum. So basically your small intestines or your major other type of organs. But however, if this is a pregnancy and someone prolonged the care and they knew this, this can lead to preterm labor or stillborn in a child. So for somebody in your care team and they're very much so aware that you have any of these conditions and you find out that you're pregnant at any stage and they delayed that care, all you need to do is make sure who are all the doctors, like say for instance, you magically end up having to go in and go get you some medical care. And another doctor finds out like, hey, did you know that you were pregnant, right? God forbid that you either go into labor or there's some type of complication. Any doctor that, and especially for me, the Veterans Affairs, I'm going to be one paid motherfucking. Every doctor that ever touched me ever since I got back here in 2024, they will be sued. University of Health, Lake Nona, they'll get it too. So anybody, they're basically watching. Also, San Juan, Puerto Rico Veterans Affairs will get it too. So this is, if they know you have this and you end up finding out you were pregnant and your doctor do not talk to you about any time that you need to be speaking to GI, keeping up with an OBGYN, and then there could be a possibility where you could still have natural birth, but also they still will have to watch you because now that is considered a complicated pregnancy because they have to make sure that your gallbladder doesn't mess up. They got to make sure your liver, your kidneys, your spleen, and your pancreas is in full health to make sure that it's not either affecting you or cutting off a supply or a blood supply to the fetus or to that womb. So however long, so if you make it to 20 weeks or something like that. And these doctors, be like, you go in and say, hey, I'm dealing with stomach pain. Hey, I don't know what's going on. It seems like this. Now, if you ever got medical records, which I still have copies of the paperwork of them sending me home saying, oh, it's internal bleeding. And they chose not to make sure that they were supposed to admit me in that time and look at where that bleeding was coming from. God forbid that there's something in there and I have to deal with the fact that they have to do a surgery and I end up having a fetus that either is having complications or is a stillborn. You can sue every fucking practitioner or anybody who ever had touched any form of your medical record. Nurses that you can even sue down to the person who drew your blood, who gave you the MRI, who gave you the CAT scan, who gave you ultrasounds, or if they refuse to do that, that is refusal, which is a form of malpractice. Someone can know at the same time that anything that they choose to do that is a medical malpractice and it's a crime. Also, it's a form of premeditated murder. Because if your body was already dealing with something as such, those doctors or whoever was informed of that situation and they failed to inform you, they failed to bring you in an appropriate time to go ahead to check on you. If they even delayed the fact that they knew that you were doing this. Like right now, I got Dr. Perez and Dr. Hayes McGibbon by the motherfucking throat. And I'm not letting up on them two bitches. They knew fucking better. And Dr. Hayes is a fucking black practitioner and a doctor. Oh, she already know. Baby, it's coming to you a lot quicker than she already know. Because the simple fact, like, why would you wait for this? Not to only mention with them already knowing that I had the issue or nodules on my thyroid, which can affect your nervous system, which can also cause certain issue to affect like not only your neurological, it can cause mental, emotional, and psychological other disorders if delayed for care. Now, if you can prove, like I can prove, of how long that they prolong when for one already coming to thyroids, ear, nose, and throat, which I was supposed to be referred to, they chose not to. They wanted to prescribe to go to a speech therapist or someone to do a swallow study, which has nothing to do with other preconditioned things to do with the womb, right? So with these doctors knowing this, right? And if they are into hoodoo, voodoo, most of likely the person will have to be of African descent, Haitian, Hispanic, meaning either Mexican, Puerto Rican, or Dominican, or Cuban, also, or Colombian. Also, you would have somebody that would have to be a practitioner from Africa or Haiti or some sort of Caribbean that do Udu, hoodoo, and Udu can actually affect the body, but it will require the person who's doing the practical work or the spiritual or the voodoo work to have access to your medical profile. They will need to have access to your medical profile. They will have to have access to anything that's affiliated with you. If you have preconditioned heart conditions, organs, body conditions, or any of those sorts, they can actually get people, whether you know it or not, to do issues with that, aka magic, or do death magic to like interfere with your fertility or any type of your health. So for somebody, they wanted to affect your nervous system. They wanted to affect your reproduction or your reproduction system or your stomach or your chest. So for somebody, you could have had like a preconditioned heart condition, whether you knew you had it or not. I feel like it wasn't discussed, so meaning you probably dealt with respiratory issues. For me, I'm 1,000% sure whatever it is that they pulled in May, which could actually have effect on like my breathing, which I've already like sometimes deal with that. So meaning like you could have tonsils, adenoids, or it was something that got into your system that was meant to like cause you very much so heavy breathing issues. But also this is like a preconditioned issue where certain things can go ahead to cover a pregnancy, and these people see it, especially if you're getting a CAT scan, an MRI, or an X-ray, they see it. They're just not showing you. And if you were a person that when you went to go get your scans done and they made sure that you did not see it, those people were fully aware of what they were doing. That's one. Two, someone had to give them access to your medical file. Meaning, if it wasn't the doctors themselves, it would have to be somebody else that you appointed, which I have not appointed not one soul, because I do not even have anyone on my emergency contact list. So every time that they ask me, and even when I had my appointment with her back in April, I did not give her any, you don't have anybody on your emergency contact? No, ma'am, I do not. Meaning it was on a recorded line, and I made sure I recorded it on my other fucking phone, which being why they had hacked that phone call, because she knows for a fact Dr. Hayes McGibbons knew that ass was going to get recorded, because I got tired of them always trying to play like, oh no, I didn't say that, and then they're misappropriating, typing in my medical records something way completely different than what occurred. Then not to mention that there's been way more people touching my medical record than those who are actually connected to me. So meaning at any given time that you have anything that you do at a hospital, right? You are served a team, meaning it's only mainly at maximum you can have on your team is up to 5 to 7 people. Okay, so meaning if it's something you're dealing with your heart, it's that heart doctor, the nurses that they work with, which will be only up to 2 nurses that they'll work with, the person who should be informed, especially when it's coming to do with your insurance and the hospital, the procedures, because of course they got to be well versed in whatever it is to make sure that the expenses and the coverage will be covered, as well as the insurance will cover the doctor or whoever is giving you the care. There's no different as if you go into a nursing home, a psych ward, or anything. These people will have to be well versed in what type of care that you have. So meaning anyone else viewing your medical record, they must have your permission first. Regardless, even if they try to say, I need another opinion of a doctor, they must, and most of the time, this is how they get over on a lot of people. They can go get the opinion of another doctor, but they must get clearance from you, who is the patient, to say, yes, I am okay with this doctor reviewing, whether it's telehealth, whether if they're doing this, like whoever the nuclear doctor was reviewing my record, I did not give that man permission. Why? Because that is not someone you have seen with your physical eyes or gave verbal or written consent to go ahead to approve to look at your medical file or review it. So regardless if they have to say you go into the emergency room, right? And this is how a lot of people get bamboozled. You go to the emergency room and whatever doctor you have should be qualified and versed in whatever type of scan that you get. Whether they go get a consult from another doctor, they still need the patient's authorization. They are very much sure of that, but most of the time they expect for you to be super naive or not smart or intelligent to know enough to know that them doing that is illegal and it is a form of HIPAA violation and it's malpractice. Because guess what? They can end up giving you a biased consult or an opinion on a patient who they have not seen physically. So I don't care if you get a brain scan. Well, I need to go talk to the doctors who do the scans and the people who really focus on the brain. Well, you, whether they're general medicine, whether they're just anybody in the emergency room, especially an emergency room doctor, they are general medicine, meaning they should be well-rounded in any type of X-ray, CAT scan, PET scan, MRI, X-ray, blood diagnosis, your blood being ran. They should be well versed in that. The nurses that they have with them should be nurses that they go ahead and help and get the certifications on whatever type of medical care that they're providing you. Those nurses that those doctors have on those floors, they are trusted and having the confidence, but also depending on the type of patients that they have. Whether, I don't care if you have a psychological issue, behavior issue, or even if you have certain medical issues. When they know that you have psychological or behavior issues, they are more likely to try to get over on you than not. Those that they feel are coherent or competent in those type of issues or situations, those will be doctors that would literally utilize, abuse, and ridicule you, rather based off a social construct, and use biases because they didn't feel like that it was appropriate for you to question them. This is a systematic hospital abuse, doctor abuse, psychological abuse, and they literally will utilize this. At the Veterans Affairs, they are very fucking notorious for doing that. But God forbid that you know a little bit or a whole lot of fucking bit of medical, which again, Carla Lynette Dawkins does nurse practitioner fucking work. She had nothing but nurse doctors in there. And if I had to go ahead and stay in the fucking house, all I like to do was read. So most of the times, the only thing that you're required to do is start to look up hospital laws, the laws around whatever kind of medical provider or doctor that you deal with. And when you know the laws and regulations, and especially start looking into the insurance clauses of what covers that medical doctor who's doing like your cares. So if you go ahead and look into your medical record and you've seen that a GI doctor looked into your medical file, but you never seen this person, you never talked to them, go ahead and go research that person's name, go look at what degrees they come from or what educational background, go look up the state location. Most of the time, if it's not the person within that hospital and they outsource that care, already know that it's HIPAA violation and it's medical malpractice. You are already at a social and economical and medical bias. You are already at a bias. So meaning you do have a grounds for a lawsuit. That just means that whatever fucking lawyer you get, they need to be well versed in medical law. Some people are not. They'll swear that they are, but they are not. Okay? But this is like, these people are looking to go ahead and do this. Someone could have literally been practicing since 1986. I'm also getting someone could have been practicing since 2018, 2019, or whatever type of thing that they were looking to get over on people. They really took full effect on this medically in the system around 2020. And they really been like socially testing people just to see, are you paying attention with whatever it is that they can get over on you. And that's the fucking truth. So for somebody, whenever they get ready to start messing with you, or you having to deal with something, even if it comes down to certain police officers, let me let you know this too, because a lot of people don't know this. Say you have certain type of precondition issues and you get arrested and you go into this certain place, especially if you are a U.S. military veteran, active duty, guard, reserve, or retired, and you go into a prison or any state like that. The only people that are meant or actually equipped or versed to handle you is a sheriff department, not your local police officers. Anytime if you are a person affiliated with military, federal government, or any type of government ties, and you get a phone call made on you, the only people that are actually by law able to handle you or your arrest or your type of case is a sheriff. At any time that you are a veteran or any ties to the military or something like that, and a local PD respond to you, whether you're active duty or not, and you are considered a private class and you have a particular disclosure, especially if you got out with honorary discharge, the only people who are qualified to handle you and deal with you is a sheriff department. Anything outside of that, and it's a local PD, they are not trained to handle you. So if you find yourself being followed, stalked, illegally investigated, and it's from your local city or your local county or your local state, and it's not a sheriff, at that point you have a lawsuit against your local police department. They will find a loophole because they expect certain people to not know those laws. And now if you are a veteran or a certain thing, or you are a particular class like I am, which is a protected class, the only people who are qualified to handle you is a sheriff department. And even if when a sheriff is responding to you, they must have a person that is of psychiatry, psychology, on call with them, or once they reach the destination, they must have them on the response or the transponder, or they must come respond to you, not only with the sheriffs, but also with either ambulance or EMTs or the fire department. Those are the only type of people, especially if you are a protected class, veteran, retired, or military personnel. Those are the only people who are qualified and trained to handle you and deal with you, especially when it comes to particular cases, things like that, and especially if they know that you are combat veteran or went to war, because they're the only people who supposed to be trained to de-escalate the situation, not your local PD, because they're not really forced all the way to take psychological courses. They have not all been trained to handle people with PTSD or certain things that we deal with traumatic wise. PD do not have those grounds. Also, if you ever been a parent that you have children with special needs in your home, aka hence like I did, my child was autistic, sheriff department only. If you had to deal with local PD and you were mishandled in a more aggressive way or aggressive manner in the situation where it could have been de-escalated versus it escalated to something and you got arrested and you got charged with something that you shouldn't have got charged with, you can go ahead and sue your PD. If the judicial system went along with the bullshit and did not look into it, you can sue whoever was the judge and whoever was the law firm. Someone needs to be fucking fully aware of that shit. And someone was expecting that someone you did not know about that, especially if you deal with certain psychological disorders that go ahead and affect yourself. Also know that, like I said, and I'm going to keep saying time and time again, there are certain conditions or health conditions. Hence, I had thyroid nodules. On top of that, I would have certain stomach issues, but it was due to poisoning, prolonged poisoning. And it can affect certain parts of your organs. It can affect like your throat, how you swallow, because there will be times where I will struggle to eat. There will be times that I struggle to sometimes breathe. There will be times where I sometimes have issues with my ears, like constant ear infections, throat infections, things like that. And when those cares are not prolonged, you're not treated with the proper antibiotics, if you're not treated with the proper radiation or certain medications, or if you find out and you do your due diligence on the medications that you were given and you find that you were given the wrong medications and they knew that those like say your psychiatrist give you the wrong medication and they did not go over your medical record or history and see that you were already having other preconditioned disorders or certain failures in your body, and they give you a medicine that can clearly amplify it and cause it to get worse, you can sue them. They can go to jail for that, because if your body decides to go ahead to shut down on you, and basically you're dying for no fucking reason, and your doctor knew that, they are held accountable. But they don't expect for a lot of people to have this type of knowledge. And somebody know for a fucking fact I'm telling nothing but facts, truths, and nothing should be able to be hidden. This is also someone, whoever this person is that is in this apartment next to me. I'm in 105, they're in 205. They're not supposed to be there. They know they're not supposed to be there. For somebody, these are your people. For somebody, if you live where I live at, I have grounds to go ahead and sue these people as well. Property management, the leasing office, because your only source is to ask who gave them the key. Someone literally just moved out. You did not clean the apartment appropriately. All that, like the lady literally left her doormat, which allows me to know that because you can already prove, your case. And definitely, this is not like a ground for whoever it is. They know they're not supposed to be here. So when a person move out of their apartment, they're supposed to be able to move this. Them not moving that, cleaning that up. You could also look up there where she still have patio stuff up here. That lady had already moved out, and it's already proven where I got pictures where it falls into the background exactly of who it is and where they're supposed to be. Now, if it's not already cleaned up or whatever, because once you move out, you move out. You only have so much amount of time to go ahead and do what it is that you're supposed to do and whatever it is that you're doing. And then that person, oh, let me come back, or whatever, or say that person's still coming in, they coming back, they, in and out or whatever. But at the same time, I have proof and evidence that this lady, she had other people coming into her house that had no business coming to see her house. But also, I'm pretty sure if they go ahead and find out who the tenant is that was staying next to me, and they find out how, where she moved to, because most of the time you're going to end up having to do that, or whether they go to the postal service and figure out where she moved to, I'm 1,000% sure they can go ahead and see what type of finances she was given to go ahead and do that. Because once you move out, you're supposed to clean that. They come back in and they come, clean it. But it's not like, oh, you move everything out of there and then you come right back in. And it's been like, I want to say maybe almost about a week now. So you mean over a week this woman can still come back over this time and still come over here and clean? This is how you know that whatever it is that they're doing is something beyond illegal than what they supposed to. It's like, well, we're going to have her go ahead and go into the apartment, but the other person, because we got to throw their senses off and make it seem like it's just her coming back to clean up her place. But other than that, I can hear way more than just that one footstep. Okay, it was her with them cats. But it's also her and two other people that's been coming in. And it was like two men that would go in there whenever she's not there. So when she wasn't there, it was somebody coming in that clearly either they work for like the police or they work for a different place, but they're not related to this woman. They could either went to a different place and it was like, hey, we're going to use your place. And then this clearly is the people from the leasing office hoping that they could come up with something. They could have got paid an extra $20,000 to go ahead and put into a particular account in a incorporation account. Also, for somebody, if you get certain type of pains in your body, and like say for instance, for me having this type of, I ain't ever had these type of issues a day in my life. I have not ever really had issues with my skin until I started dealing with particular people. Okay, when you start dealing with certain skin condition, you need to start paying attention to certain people who are around you. That will give you a sign and an indication. Say if you knew a friend that dealt with like stuff where they get this shit around their face or their mouth, that's who's the person paying for that type of thing towards you. Like certain conditions, if your back start hurting, you know you ain't ever had fucking back issues, or you ain't ever had certain, issues with your body, and you start going ahead and started having issues like that, it's showing you exactly who's paying for it, what type of work they trying to get done on you, why they're doing it, and what they're hoping to affect on you. But also on top of that, say that you do have certain type of issues, and all of a sudden you ain't had these issues in over 10 years, and miraculously now you're starting to have, your back starting to bother you all of a sudden, or you having certain issues or things like that. You will know exactly who's doing it. But however, if it's starting to get very excruciating and you be like, oh, my arm, my shoulder, or whatever, I started to know that whenever it was a shoulder thing and it was like a person that you're, living with or you're dating, James Henry Taylor V, he had a real bad rotator cuff issue with his shoulder. And where it was hurting at, my arm started hurting, which I should have known then that it was him paying for doing the work, or he was doing it himself, or he was getting other people to do it. When you start dealing, like when I started dealing with like my neck hurting, my back hurting, this allows you to know, like, so whoever could have paid for this recently, they have a T7 to a L5 type of injury, or a lumbar spine type of injury. Or somebody could have literally, if it's a man, he could have strained his back muscle, to be precise, the latissimus dorsi muscle on the right side. They could have really just strained it or hurt it really bad, or they could have just had some type of issue. Also, it could have also allowed me to know there could have been a person who had gallbladder issue or pancreatitis, or they had something happen with their pancreas, or someone could have pancreas cancer. Somebody could be prone to getting gallstones. Also, someone else could suffer with endometriosis. Also, this could have been a person that is a swimmer, or a drawing, or an artist, or somebody could also like to do pull-ups a lot. Okay? Or also, this is someone that, work with their arms, so someone could be like a farmer. This could be somebody that, shovels certain things, so construction workers or certain things like that. Or something, someone could have had some sort of back surgery. Okay, someone could have really, really, really bad allergies, always coughing and sneezing. Someone could be on a breathing machine or struggle to breathe. Also, someone could have some sort of certification or degree, alumni or graduate of Columbia University. Someone also deals with diabetes, insulin, or glucagon, or struggle to regulate their blood sugar. Someone could be from West Africa, a witch doctor, or an actual doctor who was born in 1971. Someone had did this before around 2010. Okay. Also, this is like, someone needs to know, like, they also deal with thoracic nerves or neuropathy. Also, someone deals with chronic pelvic pain, CPP. Also, know that your pancreas is located in your abdomen, behind the stomach, in the curve of your small intestine. Okay, where if you're struggling to have constipation, or someone always be talking about, oh, I can't go to the bathroom, it's been days that I go to the bathroom, that is also another person who was doing hoodoo work against you. This is also someone who likes to play like, oh, I don't play in that stuff, I'm religious, or I haven't really took that part of my life serious. If they talk about that, they know about it, and you got an inkling that they do that, and they playing and smiling in your face, that is one of the practitioners who was doing that to you, okay? Whether you know it or not. Something about someone's small abdomen, so someone is dealing with a lot of bloating. Someone could be having nerve function issues, or chest pain, or stomach pain. Someone could be complaining of that. Someone could be gaining weight unexpectedly. So whenever they're doing this work to you, somebody you could have been starting to deal with this around 2020. So whoever it was that you were dealing with, someone birthday could be February, June, or August, that paid for this around 2020. Someone could be 43 years old as well. Someone's birthday is July, on the 4th of July, July 3rd, or the 7th, July 7th. Someone could be expecting for something to be happening to you. So for somebody in a situation, if you are a woman and you've been having certain issues, you've been complaining of stomach issues, back pain, and things like that, and then you had suspicions that you were pregnant, or you thought you miscarried, or certain things like that. For somebody, you could probably still be pregnant and don't know it, and it's being covered, but they're hiding this. And with whatever it is, if you're having any of these conditions that I'm speaking of, you have grounds to sue that hospital, your OBGYN, a GI doctor, and a surgeon, because they still have to tell you regardless of what the fuck this is. And especially if you end up going to labor, you have a spontaneous labor, you don't know you're having this type of labor or anything like that, you're going to find you still have a lawsuit, because that is not only a premeditated murder, because if they know that you were pregnant and they did not give you care, they did not service you, they didn't manage any of your conditions or anything, and you end up going to labor, and it's like one of those, I didn't know I was pregnant, and the hospital knew, and the people that were the nurses, practitioners, doctors, and they knew this, and they didn't tell you, hey, you need to come in, we need to do this. And then for me, with being as a veteran and I'm at 100%, they know for a fact that I have travel benefits. They have a way to get me there. They have a way to get me back home. They have a way to make sure that I can get my cares. So at this point, if anything happens spontaneous with my body, they're saying that I need some kind of unnecessary surgery, when they know that I'm literally against having to take any type of medicines. And something happens, and say the baby does come out with some type of disorder, neurological issues, or stillborn, I can sue them for murder. I can sue them for murder. Because you knew that, you didn't say anything, you prolonged the care, I suffer with this, and this. It's been proven, and they're not calling in, they're not sending messages, they're on top of, me already having these type of things. This is also someone that could clearly try to say, oh, it's an ectopical pregnancy, this was something else, and they try to tell you that it's something else that it's not. For somebody, you'll probably go in and you'll probably end up finding out that you're like close to like 20 weeks, 21 weeks, maybe, like, give or take. I'm giving give or take for somebody. If it was not that you probably did and then miscarried, and then you end up getting re-pregnant again, you could end up being about 2 to 3 months along when you go back in. So meaning it was something that happened again. Or for somebody, you could be anywhere between 5 to 6 months or 11 weeks. Okay. And if they choosing not to give you your care from that point forward to manage you, for somebody, you might end up having to be on bed rest or suffer some sort of complications. If they do not do anything, you can implicate them. On top of that, if you also, suspect, and for me, if I know for a fact that this person is Cuban, Colombian, Puerto Rican, Dominican, Mexican, African, West African at that, Haitian or Black, they play in this hoodoo. If you ever find out that they're a Mason, Shriner, a part of some type of sorority or fraternity, they do practice voodoo, hoodoo. They do practice it. They do practice it. Some of them is a form of their initiation. For some of them. And for somebody, you will be able to sue them in the worst way in their life. I'm talking about tearing these motherfuckers a whole new motherfucking asshole. Okay? And put that, like, some of these people, if death does occur to you and they want to go ahead to cause you some sort of sickness, or you get other disorders on top of that, guess what? If there's death and you have to go ahead and go through another grief-stricken type of situation or a traumatic experience again, you will have grounds to go ahead to get them the death penalty. And it just depends on how traumatic that it is. If you don't do it and say that it's a pregnancy and it was something, whether you wanted it or say that you, whoever the child's father is, whether you do it or not, the child father can basically sue that hospital, those doctors, just as well as you, especially if they genuinely did want that kid and it was like, what? It was my kid. Like, someone could literally sue them, whether you or the person. Only thing that they would need is access to that fetus to get DNA from that child, or say it's a grandparent or something like that to that child that is blood related. So say whoever the person that, if I was pregnant, right, I would know who the father is. That person would have to come in to come get a DNA test. If that person is not available, say that person's parents, mother, father, or whatever, come in and go do a DNA test, right? And it's proven that this child is affiliated to him. That person, whether they are out in the world, incarcerated, whatever the fucking case may be, that person have grounds to say, hey, you killed my child. That you knew that, did you, like, the only question that they would ask, did you know that this mother had this preconditioned thing? The only thing they would have to do is figure out to get access to that, which that was still required for that person to have a power of attorney, or what they call it, advance directive. Me, I have cleared out. I have no one on my advance directive. The person that would have been the father of the child, he did once upon a time, but I took him off of it. So right now there is no one on my advance directive or anything. It does not mean that I do not resuscitate, because I have not agreed to that, but it also still allows you, whenever you do not do a DNR or anything of that such, that also means that they must resuscitate you. So meaning a doctor could have literally been premeditating a crime of your death, meaning if they felt that you didn't have an advance directive, or you didn't sign whether you want to be resuscitated or not. These are them saying, well, I'm going to make a call and just say, we're going to announce this person dead after a surgery or a traumatic thing. Or these are people that can literally do whatever they want to do to your body because you don't have an emergency contact. You don't have someone on your advance directive. And this was a person or a group of people that were willing to go ahead and do this. For somebody, you had up to 22 people working collectively to do this. For somebody, you literally had a hospital. For me, there was the Veterans Affairs. It was also UCF, Lake Nona Medical Center providers. This was also Planned Parenthood. This was also another clinic as well that planned this. So sometimes, whether your most of the time, pregnancy won't always show up in your urine. It will show up in your blood. And sometimes they will have to do a deeper one. If ever that you see your results and it just say nothing on there, and they don't tell you whether it was low, if it ever hit anything. And most of the time, that's how you know that they were manipulating your medical records, because any type of blood type things that they have to run. For somebody, I know for a fact that at one point in time, that I want to say when I started to get the nodules on my thyroid, that was around between 2012 and 2016. They knew that it was starting to develop to be cancerous. So when it comes to my ex-husband, they knew that it was actually cancerous, but they didn't know if it was going to keep growing. They chose not to do the biopsy, even up to current. So that means I would literally have a lawsuit from all the way from the first scan that was taken, which was right before I left Fort Campbell, 2015, all the way up until the main people who actually had eyes on it and kept up with it. Also, Orlando Health. So Orlando Health was also one of the people that had got, some of my scans, but mainly Colorado that did that. So I would have had a lawsuit for not only here in Florida, I would have a lawsuit for the state of Colorado. I will also have one for Tennessee. I will also have one for Puerto Rico because they all collectively had formed and been informed about the fact that I did already have the thyroid condition. Then with the new, them trying to say that it was something preconditioned about like me being poisoned. Poison can affect your gallbladder, it can affect your kidneys, your liver, your spleen, as well as your nervous system, depending on what type of poison you were used with. And it can lead to intestine problems. It can lead to eating disorders, which they can try to pin it to make it seem like you have a psychological disorder. They can use those as a form as, oh, are you sure you're just not too stressed from the grief of the death of your child, which was one of their biggest thing. Like, okay, well, can you tell me, like, they're not supposed to make you reiterate any type of traumatic experience that you already explained more than twice to any medical facility. So if you go into Veterans Affairs, you go into your emergency room, you go to any type of hospital, let alone even just your regular checkups, and they already are fully aware that you went through shit. You could have got shot, or you could have got beat up severely, you could have got raped, any of those things. And those hospitals, those doctors and nurses are fully aware that that happened to you, and they keep trying to get you to explain, so what happened next? And what happened next? Most people are not paying attention, but for me, I didn't mind. But the biggest thing of it is I already knew the same way that they were looking to go ahead and do this shit was the same way where I was going ahead to look at every fucking time of every doctor, every location, every place that I went to. Sometimes you got to play the fool to get the fucking fool. So every time that San Juan, Puerto Rico was pulling this shit, every time the Children's Hospital in Puerto Rico was trying to pull that when it came to the incident with Marcus, I was clocking every time. Every doctor would ask me to repeat it. Every school district that was causing me to repeat it. Every teacher that caused me to repeat it. Every nurse practitioner, nurse's aide, any person that was doing, how you call it, you know how you come in with your assessment and they want to do your mental health assessment. I was clocking every time. Every fucking nurse that would try to take my information, every doctor, any person that had to come in and say, hey, we want to do this evaluation, can you tell us what happened? They did this shit more, I can tell you, more than 100 times. I can tell you even down to Vanderbilt Children's Hospital, Bellevue, even down to Newmore's Children's Hospital, which I could sue them just as much because guess what? That is personal injury, and me having to repeat something that is already in your medical system, and you as doctors and providers know that that is part of your ethic code, that you do not re-traumatize a parent to relive something, especially when it's due to abuse, neglect case. And sometimes they expect for you, especially if you're black or you're a person of color, they expect for you not to fucking catch on. So to go along, to get along, I went along with that bullshit. Ever since I had touched ground and came back from Puerto Rico in April 2024, I was like, I'm going to clock their ass, because the bullshit that they pulled to me when they was trying to do a death trap at the airport in Aguadilla, I was like, I'm going to keep track of every single last one of you motherfuckers. Play with me if you want to. That's why I said every fucking person that stalked me, you were Puerto Rican or anything of a fucking Hispanic community, and you stalked me to this point, I'm suing the fuck out of you. Don't ever think that a person, oh, they got PTSD, because in our DSM, PTSD, these people suffer with memory loss. It ain't necessarily memory loss. It's actually memory suppression. It's just nothing in that situation has triggered that. And considering that you were trying to suppress a particular part of it, you re-triggered other memories that should have been suppressed on other people that were actually giving you information and intel, which we disrespect and disregard. Spiritual practice or religious practice, meaning you have a disregard for my spiritual practice, whether I put something on paper or not. Y'all also need to be fully aware when they ask you about what's your religious practice, you put on there that you Christian, oh, they gonna leave you alone. Like, okay, well, I practice Christianity and I practice Christianity. They can't really fuck with you. But if you sit there and say, I don't have any type of belief or anything, they're gonna fucking fuck with you. Because guess what? They're not versed in that type of, they're not versed in spirituality. If they're not versed in Muslim practice, Qurans, Jewish practice, like you got to pay attention to whatever paperwork that they're asking you, or they asking questions about your spiritual practice or your religious belief, and you don't have nothing on there. They will take full fucking advantage of that to try to abuse you and ridicule you. Well, you know, I'm a Christian. Can I pray for you? Do you not know that it's illegal and you can actually place judgment and you can sue any nurse that would sit there and say, oh, I want to pray for you. You know, if you don't have this, even if you take a Uber or a Lyft, if someone cross a boundary and say, let me pray for you, let me pray over you, you can sue them. I feel like someone didn't know that. It's like, don't press religion on someone who doesn't. I'm not religious. I'm not religious, but I believe in Jesus. I believe in God. I believe in a higher power. But the fact that a lot of these motherfuckers prolong this shit, and it was like they're sitting here watching over the fucking weekend, hoping something like, yes, okay, Dr. Hayes McGibbon, I got your ass by the, grab her by the pussy. I got you, bitch. So it's just like, keep playing. I want them to keep prolonging it, because I was like, the longer the days keep going, the governor can get sued for this, your senator, your mayor, whoever, if whatever local city or state that you're in, you can sue them just as well. Because you are in their county, you are in their city, and if they don't pick up something and they know that it's aware of something going on in another county, state, or within your state, and most of the time, anytime you move somewhere and your information getting updated in the DMV, post office, whether it get updated in Veterans Affairs, which is part of the government system, and they can see that, right? If your local county, wherever you live in, I want to say mine is either Brevard, Broward County, something like that. Pinellas is one of the three. Okay, I'm not 100% sure. And they are aware that you have something going on in another county, and they don't notify you, you can sue the city or that county for withholding information, not bringing it to you. Not to mention, if there's a judge or a lawyer in that county and they're aware that your name is coming across in a different county and it's something to do with medical, psychological, abuse, or neglect, and they don't bring that information to you, you can sue that whole fucking county. You can sue that circuit. You can sue any fucking person, especially if you have to deal with harassment or abuse. Also, if they carried on, and you can find out that people that, like, say where I lease at, this is preserved leaf, and I do my due diligence and I look into, which the lady said, it was like, yeah, welcome to the neighborhood. Did they not tell you I was coming? It's like, no. And her coming to my door, which she should not ever fucking do that. She should have met me at the leasing office. You do not personally ever come knock on someone's door. She knows that. I know that. The law fucking knows that, right? And with them going ahead to do that, I have grounds to now sue them, the property, and the rest of them. Who? How can I help you? No, thank you. So you have grounds to go ahead to sue them. You have grounds to sue them. So for them to go ahead and carry on how they did that, and then say, for instance, once you go ahead and present your case to the county or to the local place, which at this point, for me, knowing with all this information, this is actually now with the state. If they can go to the state and they go talk to the mayor or the governor, and they have to go inquire to the governor or a mayor or the attorney general of the state and ask them, are you aware of this person's name being in this county, this county, this county? Are you aware that, and especially with me being a protected class as a combat veteran, are you aware of this veteran's name coming across your desk at any time? Whether I filed for Medicaid, anything of that sort, right? If my name came across them at any given point, you now have grounds to sue your state, your governor, your senator, or whoever had known about this type of situation. And with it being part of medical health and other those things, guess what? Now you have fucking grounds to sue everybody. And now guess what? It is a federal case. Now, the only biggest thing of it is, say for instance, that it's already a federal case, and without your, knowledge, sometimes if they realize that, hey, I done seen this name, if your name come across certain systems in your state, And depending on how they're looking at you, if someone starts looking into your name cross state lines and they looking into something else, or it's particular lawsuits, like say it's trust funds, inheritance, medical practice, or if someone pulls certain life insurance policies, medical policies on you, it will alert and trigger the federal system. It's no longer a government practice. So regardless, if a judge or somebody sign off on it, and especially when it's death certificates, it goes up to vital records, right? And vital records, anybody can pull it up. But if you are a protected class, or you in a particular practice, like a protected class, it's now federal. So any person who's touching it at that point, and they start to go ahead and take it across different state lines, again, my name is literally in Texas, Florida, Georgia, California, Oklahoma, Colorado, Tennessee, Kentucky, not to mention Virginia and South Carolina. And with my names being in so many places, and say somebody did try to do, a scam, and they do stolen identity, and they open up in these businesses, and especially if they're in different states, or if they're of different nationalities, of course, or also in Puerto Rico, if someone uses my name or type my name in the system, they're going to start asking questions. Well, the actual real Sharita Taylor is in Florida. So they're U.S. Army combat veteran. These other people, they are not. They can't go into the VA. They cannot proceed to be me. They cannot get this medical care. Now, if they are doing that, that's even worse. Because now they have to answer to the question of what is this person doing there? Mind you, that means we have to go find the Sharita Taylor that has been going to Lake Nona, also went to UCF Medical Center, which is a practicing school. Now we have to sit here and start asking even more deeper questions. Now you are now under the jurisdiction of Federal Bureau's investigation, not to mention this is a protected class citizen. Now you have to deal with not only federal, now you have to deal with the Pentagon in the fucking White House. That is a veteran. That is government property. That is federal White House property. Because at any given time, regardless of what it is, and if that condition is not as fucking severe, they could call you back to duty, or they could call you to go ahead and start working, especially if you got preference to work in particular places, which I have preference. And when you have that, they can also like pull you, whether you mind your business or whatever. The president could sit there and go through certain files of any type of retired veteran, especially a combat veteran. And they, they watches us from time to time just to see like, are they healing? Are they recovering? While you've been out the military, what you doing? Are you a person that's very good? Are you a scout? Are you able to go off grid? Are you able to fly planes? Like they basically monitor us to see what we're going to do next. And with that type of situation shit, and this situation is like, this motherfucker intelligent motherfucker. This person is this person is that. I know I have grounds in the capability to work for CIA, federal, the FBI. I have grounds to be able to work with that. I have the skills, talent. The only thing I would literally need is a particular training in whatever area. Also, I have grounds that if I wanted to, I can go into law. I can go into medicine. It's different things of such. Or I could even go work for the fucking White House. Or I can take on a very high governmental position to like oversee certain things. So in this type of situation, wherever these people were feeling like, oh, they're not going to figure this out, they're naive, they're incompetent, they're not this, God got us, and they use religious, beliefs. It was like, well, she was brought up a Baptist. That's why when it came to this other stupid shit, I've never, not ever once, which I'm lucky though, because if I didn't have them, whoever, I feel like Sheila did it and try to sign me up to be a fucking Democrat because they always knew I do not like to vote. I can't stand the politics. I cannot. But it's like, if I had to, it's like here. But they signed me up as a Democrat. I ain't no fucking Democrat. I wouldn't ever fucking be a Democrat. Like, look at the fucking behavior or how you conduct yourself. Any fucking black person is always fucking Democrat. And God forbid you be a black person that say, I'm going to be a Republican. That's why when people were like, so you voting for Trump? I'm not voting for no fucking Trump. And it's not none of that. I said most people take the shit to like emotionally charge people, but it's not meant to emotionally charge you. It's about, hey, the standard of the rules and regulations about who would fight for particular rights. Democrats are looking to be for the people, but they're actually against the people. They are okay with spreading an agenda that so-called conservatives are so-called against. So most of the time, a Democrat will be like, oh, we're conservatives, we're going to support everybody, whatever. But the deepest, darkest secrets of whatever it is that go on, say it's about being against trafficking, pedophilia, certain abuses of the system, LBGT. These motherfuckers be living that fucking lifestyle. They live like the Democrats usually 10 times out of 10 be the motherfuckers that be doing the biggest fucking crimes. Republicans, of course, they gonna pay for it, but they the motherfucking killers of it. It's no fucking secret. Red pill, blue pill, pick a fucking side. That's all the fucking politics is. Red pill, blue pill, pick a fucking side. And that shit, I don't always fucking agree with fucking Trump, but to me, he's a fucking money magnet. I'd rather have a sit down and have a talk with the motherfucking president and talk about fucking money and business all day than it is about his fucking presidential election and all this other shit. He fucking up. He know he fucking up. But shit, is there a fuck up behind the fuck up for something else to be stirred up for other people to pay attention to the shit? Or is there a fuck up behind the fuck up to fuck with people to go ahead and cause some kind of illusion that he's trying to go ahead and bring something down to go ahead and restore himself? Or it's just something else? For something else, I know what it is. I know I'm not able to disclose that shit. But it's like, I don't care for politics, but shit, right is right, wrong is fucking wrong. But at the same time, these fucking people know they're dead wrong. For me to have to go ahead and go into anatomy and fucking physiology to prove a fucking point to a shitty ass fucking doctors, surgeons, lawyers, or whatever, and where they're sitting here trying to play, I'm not gonna release your money, I got you by the pussy and I got you by the motherfucking balls. That's it. That's it and that's all. Because it's like, when you have to do certain things, and some people be like, oh, you're manipulative, you're this, you're that. No, when you have to protect yourself and you know that every fucking sheriff department, police department has really been the people doing you dirty. Your hospital has failed you. Your doctors have failed you. The people that's supposed to be actually genuinely helping you failed you. Play the fool. Don't be the fucking fool. So, of course, oh, no, I don't know that. Oh, okay. Yeah, thank you. It'll get to a point where it's like, okay, thank you. They can see in your motherfucking face that you pissed off, but they thinking like, oh, they ain't gonna know what we're doing. When Dr. Perez did that shit and she was sitting there like, how you know that this type, bitch, you fucking with the right one, but I want you to keep carrying on. I want Dr. Torres to keep fucking carrying on. I need y'all bitches to sit there and think a bitch is fucking naive. Carry on. And while they were sitting there carrying on with the bullshit, and it was like, oh, we're going to send these people to come talk to you. Oh, we're going to send this colonel. He was a retired colonel. Or we're going to send this. I already know what is attached to you. A person will have a way to reveal to you a truth. You got to know, anytime a person lies, there's a truth in a lie. It's about, do you have strong enough of discernment to figure out if it's a true or a lie? If you're not versed in macro or macro economics or socioeconomics, you're gonna fucking fail at life every fucking time. Someone is gonna feel like they can reiterate or elaborate on what the fuck it is I'm saying. Bitch, you cannot. Someone needs to know that. So regardless if you're screen recording, you're trying to paraphrase or whatever it is, a person will confront you. They're going to ask you to elaborate about what it is that you're speaking on. And someone does not even have, like, literally just half the fucking knowledge is. It's not to call someone stupid. It's not to try to sit there and disrespect anyone. Sometimes, shit, I'm not going along to get the fuck along. You don't always have to have a fucking college degree. This is someone, well, I have a PhD and I went to college for this. Even with a bitch that went to college, you still ain't got enough fucking knowledge. Like, shit, you can suck a dick doesn't mean that you can suck dick. Like, what the fuck? I am not rated E for everyone. I'm not fucking PG-13. It's meant for me to be you're in my environment now. You over here fucking with me. You over here in this space. You over here trying to figure out, does she know? Does she know? Yes, but I'm waiting for that fucking moment that Y'all are even fucking waiting where you still trying to do ballistics. Well, she got to leave her gun at home. So if she leaves her gun at home, we can go ahead and put these fingerprints on there. And once we unalive this person, we'll put this person's fingerprints on her weapon or switch out her bullets or take out her chamber and utilize this and try to use this case. Whoever this fucking female judge or sheriff fucking female is a weird bitch. Please arrest them before the fucking Monday or Tuesday fucking approach. Please have them fucking arrested and psychologically evaluated. Or shit, catch their ass in the act of crime because they really about to try to commit a crime of passion. It's like when you try to save a fucking person's life, even though they say don't save them, they don't want to be saved. Bitch, wake the fuck up before somebody fuck up you and your whole fucking family and you sitting here trying to do a job. Wake the fuck up. Shit, get off that fucking drugs and quit snorting that shit. Wake the fuck up. I ain't gotta fuck with you or like you. But shit, I have a calling over my motherfucking life. And if it's called for me to save fucking people, even if I hate the fucking core of you, God said to love. I ain't gotta like y'all bitch asses. Some of y'all don't know that. Y'all in bitch assness fucking type behavior trying to do a fucking sacrifice over somebody who outrape you on a fucking spiritual. So that means I'm going to be protected on a physical. So every time that you're trying to come up, I'm trying to make an illusion, and I'm trying to be of the pillar, that shit gonna get knocked down every fucking time. And if you working for a fucking church, or you call yourself a fucking Muslim, and you sitting there and you fucking honor fucking Allah, sit your bitch ass the fuck down. Don't piss me the fuck off, because every time I get pissed off, don't something crazy always seem to fucking happen? Piss me off one more fucking time. Everything you fucking love will fucking be destroyed. Be nice. Don't be on my fucking live and sitting here watching and you sitting here, I'm gonna chant this and you still gonna do brujeria? Alright, your fucking house gonna get set on fire. Or you gonna be a motherfucking hell responsible because you got your apartment complex fucked up. Stop playing with everybody. Everybody not fucking fit to play with you. Then it's like, oh, I don't like Sharita because she be serious. Lighten up. I can't lighten up on no fucking body. Because if you keep fucking with me, I'm going to call on fucking say my guy. Fuck with it if you want to. I don't give a fuck how dark you think you are. Try it if you want to. You won't see another fucking light. If not, you going to lose your goddamn sight. Play with it. Do it. Because in 3 hours, and for somebody in the next 26 hours, either you're 26 years old, your birthday's on the 2nd, 6th, or the fucking 8th, or on the 26th. Play with it if you want to. Your ass will be arrested way quicker than you fucking know. And by June fucking 30, your ass will be in fucking handcuffs and won't be able to do not a motherfucking thing. And I'm 1,000% sure anybody fucking with me, you sitting here playing with a motherfucking check that your ass can't motherfucking check, let alone fucking afford. A lot of you motherfuckers can't afford it. So cyberbullying, stalking, hawking, watching, doing whatever the fuck it is that you're doing, you might want to sit the fuck down. Because I'm 1,000% sure, even if you feel like you cannot afford what the fuck it is that you need to fucking pay me. I'm pretty sure of it. And considering you coming for a life for a fucking life. So if you coming for somebody's fucking fetus, God forbid you got fucking kids or grandkids in your house. Do you love them? Because apparently you don't. Everybody sit there and play. You can sit there and play. You ain't got to fucking believe my spiritual or religious fucking practice. But bitch, I will make you a believer before you can think about it. I'm going to call on God and Jesus. Call on fucking God. And I can't believe in Jesus. I can't believe in Jesus. Bitch, your ass will burn in motherfucking hell fucking with me. You going to feel like you burning in motherfucking hell. Somebody, you got a fucking brain tumor or sitting there having a fucking migraine or a headache right now. Sit your bitch ass the fuck down. You weak as fuck. And if you a fucking man, you a bitch. Sit down. Motherfucker, you probably cross-dressed, put on your motherfucking wife panties every time she walk out of the goddamn door. And if you a fucking man and you brought more fucking women over here to see what the fuck a grown-ass woman is, surprise, bitch. I'm here. Do you need to know my address? Because I'm not scared. I want all the smoke in the motherfucking fire with the shit. But like I said, do you want to go home to your motherfucking kids or not? I'm pretty sure you want to go home to your wife and kids or whoever. Because I'm telling you, whatever fucking spiritual practice that I got, try it if you want to. They gonna handle your ass. You gonna sit there. You gonna feel like you pulling up. Bitch, you will have a wreck of your motherfucking life that your ass will not motherfucking recover from. Sister, mama, daddy, uncle, cousin, kids, baby mama, babies, nieces, nephews. I don't care. I don't care. Because when I was being nice and trying to... Y'all took that kindness for a motherfucking weakness. Because the same shit that I say right here on live stream, try it outside in fucking real life. And don't have on no motherfucking uniform. And don't try to pull rank talking about, I'm a police. No, bitch, you wasn't worried about being a motherfucking police officer. You came over here like a motherfucking civilian. Handle that shit like a grown-ass man or a grown-ass motherfucking woman. And catch these motherfucking hands if you need to. Don't be talking about, I need backup, I need backup. No, bitch. You was bold enough to go ahead and pull up on somebody. I ain't got a motherfucking car. So that means you came into my motherfucking territory to come fuck with me. And it could be proven. Especially if you don't live in motherfucking Melbourne or you went to go get a fucking hotel to come over here. You know them hoes tails. You know the they motherfucking tell if you got to stay in a motherfucking motel just to go ahead. What they doing, what they got going on. Bitch, catch your breath, because I'm not it. I'm not the one nor the two, let alone the motherfucking three. I am the motherfucking creator of the shit that it is that I do and what I fucking speak. And 10 times out of 10, it shall fucking manifest. As before, it would be taking about a year or something like that. For some of them, it will be about 3 months. For somebody, if you fucking with me in close proximity, keep doing this shit in 3 hours time. Your ass gonna be motherfucking sitting there crying. Catch your breath, motherfucker. I hope your ass ain't got motherfucking asthma. I will come for everything you fucking love. So don't come for me. Don't come for my womb. Don't come for my motherfucking offsprings. And if you did that, God forbid, I can't sit there and say God protect you or God bless you. Because bitch ain't no God in that shit. So be mindful. Be fucking mindful. You ain't gotta fucking like it, but fucking respect it. You sitting here and you feel like you're doing a chant, incantation, a ritual. Shit, I don't give a fuck if you biting through something to get motherfucking blood out of a chicken, goat, rooster, yo mama, they daddy, they granny, even my motherfucking baby daddy, his bitch ass fucking know it. He know not the fucking truck. He bet not. That motherfucker will have more anxiety, panic attack, losing his shit, gonna have to pop more fucking pills, alcohol, and fucking cocaine than he can fucking handle. He know better. And now is she doing a ritual? I ain't gotta do shit. I ain't gotta sit here and write a fucking petition, but I'll sit here and write and make sure that your ass know I know what the fuck you doing. Be kind. Be nice. Because everybody that you sitting there thinking like, oh, they think they're this, they got this superiority complex and shit. I ain't got shit on me. It's called confidence. You might want to get some. It's self-esteem. You might want to get some. DeSantis, do your motherfucking job and run me my fucking money. And if I got to say that shit one more time, you will be fucking publicly embarrassed. Y'all better fucking learn to do fucking right by people. Because if anything, you know I ain't even supposed to stay in this motherfucker. I don't even like the energy of these fucking whack-ass people. They fucking low life, low vibrational, and this shit is not functional. I got shit to do. It's justice to be served and karma to be served to motherfuckers. Do you want your good karma or do you want your bad karma? How the fuck you treat me is how the fuck it's gonna come to you. You can sit there and smile all day long, be on the motherfucking news all you fucking want. I'm protected by the biggest fucking hierarchy. And if you don't believe in fucking reincarnation and you call yourself a minister or fucking pastor, denounce your motherfucking self. How dare you fucking disrespect somebody like that? I know who the fuck I am, and I'm not looking for the next motherfucker to try to create an image about who the fuck I am. You still gotta run my motherfucking DNA. You still fucking confused to this day. This is 30 fucking years in the fucking making. Y'all been watching me for over fucking 33 years. Don't play with it. And y'all know ain't shit psychologically wrong with me. Ain't no mental disorder or nothing. What? ADHD and autism and a high IQ? Y'all lucky I've been fucking trying to dumb myself down and make y'all stupid asses feel comfortable. God forbid somebody reads fucking books for a living. God forbid that your life was literally surrounded by being stuck in the house and they'll take away the TV or music from you. So the only thing you're left to do is what? Read books. So what does that mean? Sharita, you should study fucking psychology. You should study human anatomy and physiology. You have no choice but to go ahead and study medicine, because sometimes these same people who are certain fucking abusing you, fucking you up, fucking you when they shouldn't even be fucking touching you. I have to read fucking medical books to go ahead and start out how to give myself fucking medical treatment, let alone I will have to read a fucking chemistry or a biology fucking book to go ahead and know what kind of fucking chemicals or shit that I can put together to give myself a fucking antibiotic or give myself certain fucking medicine, because the person, Carla Lynette fucking Dawkins being a fucking nurse, Shannon Ozell Dawkins being a fucking police officer, and sometimes you're getting beat the fuck out of fucking misery sometimes, and you have to heal your fucking wounds on your own. So what am I left to do? Read those fucking books, because it was time that these motherfuckers wouldn't even take me to a fucking hospital, broken bones, bleeding internally, externally. I would have to learn how to heal my own fucking wounds. It was times where I had to take our own fucking sewing kit and sew up my own fucking wounds. Leave me the fuck alone. You ain't been through half the fucking trauma, and I might not look like every single fucking piece of fucking abuse that I went through, but sometimes that shit is run really fucking deep, and if somebody gotta read your ass to fucking filth, bitch, you be running to your car crying. You could be book smart, you could be sitting there study fucking law for 20 fucking 30 fucking years, but your ass still ain't got no fucking keys to the street. I'd rather be book smart, street smart, and not fucking stupid, and making sure that every time you try to go run a stupid ass game, you're gonna feel like a fucking donkey of the day. I promise you'll feel like an ass before I fucking would. Oh, you need to be careful and mindful how you talk. It ain't being careful and mindful how the fuck you talk. It's about you feel like you being disrespected, you feel like you slighted, and you triggered in a motherfucker. Because anybody that get triggered from the shit I say, bitch, you know you feeling guilty for some shit. And if you're not willing to regulate and check your fucking self, you gonna wreck your motherfucking self fucking with somebody that know that self. You sitting there still trying to put on a mask and a facade to be something that you're fucking not. I ain't got to hide who I am, and I ain't running behind no motherfucking Bible. I'm not running behind fucking, God, I'm fit to pray for this person. I ain't praying for a motherfucker, because shit, they need to learn to pray for their motherfucking selves. They barely know how to do that, but you be the first fucking person to sit there. I don't know, I didn't see anything. Okay, no, shit, y'all should have been ran that shit. It's Saturday. It's Saturday. Wire transfers can still sit there, and if not, that shit better be there on fucking Monday. Let it fucking not and sit there and keep on trying to play a game. Because if not, it's going to be a whole lot of motherfucking nurse practitioners, doctors, lawyers, senators. Because like I said, for somebody, if you figure out wherever it is that you live at, and you having issues with where you live at, and you feel like people been coming into your fucking home, if you find out that your property management, your leasing people had any fucking ties to street gangs, police stations, Senate, commission, and you ever fucking find, because certain public records can show who the fuck donatees have been, and they donated, and you can tell that they affiliated, and they go to the same congregations, churches, their kids play the same fucking sports, that's a conflict of motherfucking interest. AKA fraternization. Be mindful. This is like people, well, black people shouldn't have this type of knowledge. Who said I was fully fucking black in the first place? Keep running the DNA. I'm sorry, y'all are. Y'all just can't figure out certain things. My bad. Y'all keep shutting down my phone, even though I already paid the phone bill. It's late. Oh, okay. You gonna call somebody from the fucking Philippines or the fucking Malaysia to play this fucking game? Let me not be able to use this fucking phone. Because now I'm gonna have another fucking bigger lawsuit on top of that shit. So any fucking local T-Mobile store and I went to it and you own that shit, consider it mine. Consider that shit fucking mine. Considering that if you was a person and you was a human and you knew something, and I can prove that your ass knew something and you have some type of affiliation to anybody that was a part of participant of this crime, I'm going to sue your ass too. Just know you going down right along with their ass, and it's going to be federal. If I can go ahead and find every single piece of your social media, you sitting here following, and I feel like that you slighting me, you stole from me, you did anything with my identity, my name, or any of that fucking sort. I don't give a fuck if it's your mama, your granny, your sister, your brother, your homie. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. None of that. You wasn't a punk when you was doing the fuck shit to somebody, so be man enough or woman enough to speak the fuck up. I don't give a fuck about somebody talking about they taking my life. Bitch, you come on this motherfucking property, you come to door 105, you looking to get fucking laid the fuck out. And don't come over here in no motherfucking uniform, especially if I can figure out, oh, well, you know, the Lord told me, the Lord ain't tell your bitch ass to do shit. You already owe me that shit. So if you approach me and it's something you want to give me, give it to me and fucking walk the fuck away. Do that respectfully. If you respect my motherfucking boundaries, do that respectfully. I'll appreciate that. Shit, it might be a little bit better where you ain't got to feel like you're being slighted. I got PayPal, Venmo, Cash App, Zelle, and fucking Navy Federal Credit Union. I'm not asking no more, and it ain't even fucking begging at this point. If you want to save your motherfucking reputation, identity, or the fucking career you fucking got, you might want to fucking do it. Because I demand and decree, and so fucking be it, in 3 fucking days, 72 fucking hours. Play with it if you want to. Because by the time the end of this month and July come, and God forbid if there's something in my motherfucking womb and y'all ain't said shit, play with it if you want to. And if I have to deal with a shock and I got to deal with a fucking stillborn or a child that have to deal with some type of disorder, you gonna pay with that shit with your life, one way or another. Some of you, like I said, you lucky I don't get down with the get down. Because I'm pretty sure my shit would take effect within a second. You better go ask the real motherfucking Babalao. A real one. Not the one that's sitting there trying to do some shit based off of fucking hate crime. Not based off of fucking dirty ass bitch because she in her fucking feelings because she don't want to be found out from her fucking husband and trying to sit there and suppress somebody, because whoever the fuck you suppressing, and even though I don't like these motherfuckers, I promise you your ass is going to do every bit of fucking time, and whatever fucking crimes you held up to hold over somebody's fucking head, bitch, your ass is going to go do fucking fed time. If not, your ass fit to end up fucking dead. So do some fuck shit if you want to, because the moment you get ready to pull me over or do some type of shit, I promise you you'll be in the grave, you dirty ass bitch. I promise you. I guarantee it. Semaya serves me, not the other way to fuck around. I told you I'm not the one to fuck around or play around. Semaya. And whoever this broad is, handle her ass. And if you got a fucking baby, you gonna be fucking crying, ho. I'm not nice. What part you don't get? I'm a good person, but I ain't say I was fucking nice. I don't have friends. I don't do friends. I don't kick it with nobody, and I don't care to. Yeah, we don't got the same likings in life. You concerned about tennis swords and stealing from a motherfucker. I'm more concerned about saving motherfuckers who want to be fucking saved. But if they don't want to be fucking saved and they comfortable in the bullshit that they doing, you had a better fucking chance to fuck with the people that want to be the sleeping dead and still do this dirty shit. You got a better chance with them versus fucking with me. Even Pam Bondi or whatever fuck her name is, she got enough fucking common sense. She got enough fucking common sense. It's certain shit that you just don't fucking do. She right, you know what I'm saying? I'd rather deal with the ones that are actually clueless and oblivious. You gotta come learn from me, and it's sitting there like, oh what? You learn from me, baby, not the other fucking way around. And Denise, take your bitch ass somewhere else. But y'all, how many fucking times you had to get the fucking surgery because so much fucking cocaine you snorting? That's come out on TikTok. Yeah, my kids, bitch. Take your little coke fucking infested ass. Your kids don't even fuck with you like that. The audacity of your ass. Aren't you just a fucking dispatcher? But I know this sheriff, and then they're gonna help me get this job and this and this. You try to ask your homegirl, that Louisa from the Bronx, asking her friends from the police department in the Boogie Down Bronx to do this shit. She was Dominican, one of her 2 kids. Yeah, she knew fucking better. All right, you know, and she was paying for them readings. She was paying for them readings, baby. But they had that motherfucker go ahead and put this motherfucker under some root. Nigga, you better wake the fuck up. I knew I always loved you. Y'all motherfucker understand who the fuck helped you. But you still fit to go through that motherfucking karma, because nigga, I ain't gonna make shit easy for no motherfucking man. I'm tired of that bullshit. If you a fucking man and you interested, speak the fuck up. I don't give a fuck about shit. And you came over here to do that and insult somebody? Then sooner, okay, hurry the fuck up. Cause shit, June is almost fucking over with. And if it's something that I need to fucking know and it's in my motherfucking womb, I need to motherfucking know. I need to fucking know. I get it that motherfucker probably had a different life before he fucking met me, but I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. Do a little bit better, boo. You gotta be quicker than that. Because I don't wait around for no fucking body. I promise you, I will sit there and make sure you feel some type of way before you come my way. And it's like, yeah, I'm the one that got to lift that off of you now. So whatever the fuck they doing, it ain't shit to do with what I have to do. The one thing they always tell you, don't make her angry. But then again, I'm not fucking mad enough. I got some shit to sort out. I'm trying to make sure that, no, I don't do that fucking telepathy shit. Speak the fuck up to my face. Don't do this shit behind fucking closed doors. You know that shit work. I know that shit work. And the dumb little fucking dipwits that don't fucking get it, they ain't got no business doing this shit. Insulting my motherfucking intelligence like that. That pissed me clean the fuck off. Well, I can sit there and communicate to her. No, you don't communicate to me like that. Do that shit like a real ass fucking man. Either we're gonna act like fucking human beings, or should we make this extraterrestrial? And I'm pretty sure y'all don't like that because it get a little bit spookier. Even a reptile know fucking better than that. A draconian. And fuck, they know fucking better. Anything else? It's Ten of Swords bullshit. Metatron, okay, I know we're gonna have a story to fucking tell. But if it's fucking kids that's meant to fucking be here and you fucking with them, you playing, you gonna pay with your motherfucking life. And if one of them is suffering in my motherfucking womb right now, your ass have to fucking pay for that shit. This Taurus, this Aries, Capricorn, you gonna suffer for it. This Gemini or July person, you gonna suffer. Also a Libra, whoever birthday is in August, you will pay for it. It's a July, August motherfucker. Y'all gonna pay for that shit. Somebody's birthday is in June, you gonna pay for it. Also, if you're a fucking Virgo, whether it's in August or September, you will pay for this shit. One way or another. I give you my word. 3 hours time. Next 3 hours for somebody in the next 3 minutes. Every time you pop in this shit, every 3 to 5 minutes, you fit to deal with something. Every 3 to fucking 5 minutes. It's gonna always be something. I spilled some oil. I hurt this foot. I did. Oh, fucking well. Do fucking better. You was glad to do some shit. I'm glad to return that shit to you. It ain't my problem. You sit here trying to sacrifice somebody. Shit, I'll get your life before you try to get mine. I promise. A Leo, Scorpio, Taurus. Yeah. I'll have your life way before you have mine. Patience spreads knowledge in industry. That I'm fully aware of. So why would the fuck you even get these people? Someone's last name could be Herrera or Herrera. Herrera, Herrr. Is it EA or something like Herrera? De La Cruz, De La Hoya, Arroyo, Hernandez, Martinez, Jimenez, Cruz, Santos, Santiago, Sandoval, Lopez, Garcia, Behavior and Herrera. I'm hearing Cespedes, Baerga, Ballard, whoever. Fuck with it if you want to. Truth and justice, protection from enemies who will steal the fortune. So them been some names that you was trying to take somebody's, that shit comes to an end. Because y'all came to unity to come together to do this shit. Y'all went to Unity chapter or something Unity. Y'all been meeting up there in some sort of community to do this shit. And now you talking about can you get, immunity is already off the table, baby. Because now it's all about the money, baby. Money, baby, money, baby. So where you motherfuckers thinking about you getting immunity? Ain't no immunity in this. Because I want you now. As before, I ain't give a fuck. Now I want you. And I'm going to get you. I get anything I fucking want. I am spoiled than a motherfucker. I get what the fuck I want. And I'm going to get the justice to the maximum degree. I'm going to get my justice to the maximum degree. So healing and so helpful. But you and your motherfucking ego. Archangel Michael and Uriel, I appreciate you. Thank you, Metatron. I love their will and ambition. Not only do they get to the money, motherfucker, didn't I already tell your bitch ass that you was fucking supposed to be that person? Didn't I not tell you that when we first had that fucking interaction? I want to. I've been trying. Okay. Honor that shit. Quit sitting there being a bitch for these other motherfuckers that ain't even got a fucking backbone for themselves. How you know? Because you knew who the fuck I was and tried to tell a fucking lie. Let a motherfucker act like they doing some kind of religious shit. And they shit is weak than a motherfucker. They a damn Six of Swords to a fucking Empress and a Queen of fucking Pentacles, let alone a fucking Ace of Pentacles. The audacity. These are motherfucking knights to a goddamn Empress. Sit the fuck down, boy. Here it is, you a fucking king, I'm trying to make you a motherfucking emperor, and you doing this shit. How you know? I don't do the fucking telepathy, motherfucker. You hovering. You might be triggered in a bitch, but your ass is stand the fuck up. I love it. I know the fuck you do, bitch. Making me mad in a motherfucker. And I gotta call on some of y'all. Put the mortals down, Sharita. This Queen of Swords heifer, Sheila. Or whoever this Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, whoever you had your little hikers, your hackers and shit like that, and your hikers to go ahead and try to do the footwork to watch the motherfucker. Be careful. What Cardi B tell y'all asses? Be careful with me. Fucking High Priestess, Empress, Star card, and the fucking Ace of Pentacles, the audacity. Sitting here helping a fucking bitch that's an angry bird because she mad because she going through shit. Biggest enemy. I've been my biggest enemy since I was a fucking kid. And y'all help this bitch based on what she claiming that a motherfucker can always fucking claim to be from a fucking church or a religious fucking background whenever they want to try to justify some bullshit. You know some bullshit when you see some bullshit. Angel Michael, thank you, Daddy. Thank you, Samuel, y'all. Thank you, Uriel. Because right now, Samuel, Michael, Uriel, Gabriel, and fucking Metatron is with me to the maximum. Not even To the max. Y'all ass over there watching like, oh. Empress High Priestess. That shit is a little bit fucking spooky and scary, but at the same time, I am who the fuck I am. Either you want the blessing or you want the fucking lesson. Shit, I don't need no fucking other fucking person in my energy. I don't need it. It's cool to have it, because I ain't ever said that I gotta want it either. The only thing I want is fucking peace and fucking happiness. And here come y'all little fuck motherfuckers acting like y'all ain't got no goddamn common sense. Who is this goddamn King of Swords? Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, masculine. What the fuck he want? I'm gonna get you justice. Okay, hurry the fuck up. You moving a little bit too slow for me. Like I said, I got all my archangels, Semaia, Michael, Uriel, and Gabriel on top of fucking Metatron. Now, with me mentioning Semaia, Michael, Uriel, and Gabriel, they some gangsters in this shit. Metatron trying to be nice and go ahead and diffuse the situation. Who is this real justice King of Sword person? What's the identity? Spiritual communication. These are motherfuckers that like to manipulate telepathy and people's dream states when they're not aware of it. Like to go ahead and throw a Bible in your face. Don't pay attention to the astrology. Yeah, the fuck you supposed to. You actually meant to know about astrology. You're actually meant to know, and you ain't got to practice fucking tarot, but you meant to know your motherfucking astrology. Y'all lucky Heniel came in here and trying to tell me to calm down. But you want to cause mental issues towards people, and these motherfuckers really be believing that shit. That cycle for it to come to an end, because y'all over here being greedy, eating off of my shit, my energy, getting rich the fuck off of me. Get rich, die trying, isn't it? We're going to work with Curtis Kemp, Curtis Jackson. We're going to work with Paige Delaney. We're going to work with, okay, those are their personal assistants. Those are their representatives. Who is this person here? Ten of Swords. Have to go along and get along. I'm tired of going along and getting along. I want my shit now. A magician. Was the King of Pentacles, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, who did the Ten of Swords. Perception of unity. Oh, so this is who was paid for that. Oh, okay, so whoever this King of Pentacles was, he fit to pass away anyway. Who is this person? Enamored, but what's their real identity? Vedic or Western? Show me Vedic or Western, or what I've known them to be. Show me. So I can close this shit out. The Hermit, Hierophant. Okay, these are over here. So who is this? Because I'm not trying to do this hidden identity. Everybody play the fool. 8 of Cups, 6 Cups. I need a major arcana to show who this is. 8 of Wands, okay. 10 of Pentacles, Metatron. Okay. Well, whoever it is, they'll learn to speak up. Or at least show your fucking face or something. Shit, I don't give a fuck if you just peeking around the corner and happen to be somewhere where I go sit down and eat. Because I know ain't nobody stupid enough to try to do some fucking poison or some dumbass shit this time around. Sitting up watching a fucking person's bank account. When is it gonna hit? When is this? Motherfucker, mind your business. Shit, I'd rather be alone than sitting there dealing with bullshit. Just trying to throw religion in a person's face. Somebody shamed in a motherfucker. Right along with like, how we gonna get this? No, run me my money today. That's what the fuck you could do. Run me my shit today. I'm 1,000% sure y'all can go ahead and process it too while y'all trying to play like it's not. Either way, I'm gonna get off of this because I need my nap. On the map, on the map. Some of that could be Dora. Oh, Dora, that is in Jacksonville, Tallahassee. Somebody had to go in and work overtime on the weekend. Somebody trying to figure out the answers. Like, y'all know the right answers to do. Somebody, you need to have fucking courage to go see if the connection is there and if it can be nurtured or understanding. If you inspired and you want to be fucking happy, go approach the person. You know where the fuck they at. Oh, I'm going, motherfucker, you been knew where the fuck I was at, stupid. I hate a stupid motherfucker that do this shit. Release, strength, grace, support, connection, nurture, and understanding, awareness. I see you, motherfucker. You gonna say something, stay fucking quiet and get the fuck out of the way so somebody else can be there. And you know there's fucking kids involved in that motherfucker, then you gonna shut the fuck up, stay quiet. Somebody else will come on in and make sure they handle your motherfucking responsibility if you don't know how to fucking man the fuck up. And trust and believe me, I am very notorious of denouncing anybody I fucking got to. And I'm completely okay with that. Because you holding up motherfucking energy, spiritual space, physical space, insight, and more for the next motherfucker who actually gonna do this shit. Cause I would, motherfucker, fuck your ego and pride, nigga. I'll destroy that every fucking time. I told you I demasculate fucking men for a living if you piss me off enough. I just so happen to come as a woman this time. Well, you act like it, cuz, motherfucker. I was one in my past life. I came back to learn how to be a fucking lady or a woman and to do things right, you shitty little fucker. You already disrespecting your mouth. No, you ain't slighted. Freedom. Acting like fucking baby's kid. Somebody trying to teach y'all ass something, even if it's coming from a fucking woman, knowing that a woman is trying to be fucking confident enough and be in a strong ass place to help y'all asses. Y'all motherfuckers don't know when you got a fucking blessing right in front of your goddamn face. But be sitting there really trying to break a person down just to make it feel your ass feel comfortable. Motherfucker, if you too fucking comfortable, you settling and you stagnant. But shit, at least I'm safe enough and comfortable enough in myself. Get it the fuck together, but don't you disrespect me or cross my motherfucking boundary again. Don't you ever. It's like motherfuckers that take advantage of the fact that you take your kindness for fucking weakness. Shit, this is a motherfucker, you gonna sit there and watch another motherfucker be there. You will not exist in my fucking world. And to know these motherfuckers did this shit and you a fucking man, shit. I deserve for these kids deserve to motherfucking live and have another fucking man to be there. I'd rather them kids call another fucking man daddy than a fuck ass nigga that sit there and know that shit is happening in them womb. And them kids got a bigger fucking purpose and mission than I do. They got shit to do and you in the fucking way. And you letting fucked up people sit there being in control and being in my motherfucking way. If I gotta deal with some fucking terrorized shit, nigga, you paying with your life. And I'll make sure your family pay for it before your ass go down first, sir. Be mindful. Because I'm completely okay with being by my goddamn self. But I'm 1,000% sure there's somebody that's going to be willing to have a fucking backbone. Don't get mad at me because it's just in me. How I know is how the fuck I know. Either you accept it or move the fuck around. Or you're going to be that motherfucking person, fuck around and find out. And it's a lot of you motherfuckers sitting here right now, fucking around and finding out. Oh, you resilient. Motherfucker ain't no bitch. Ain't ever been no punk. It's called reading to the situation. But if I can't feel safe and secure around a motherfucker and I can't communicate with you and I'm not being heard or listened to, fuck you. But you want to be heard and listened to? You want to be respected? I can't respect no motherfucking man who ain't respecting me. Either you gonna fucking grow and get a backbone while I'm trying to give you a safe space and be motherfucking healthy, or you gonna keep letting motherfucking bitch ass people that ain't even got a fucking backbone and they still gotta fucking learn from me one way or a fucking other. I'm gonna find you and I'm gonna get you. Meaning I ain't gotta track you. I got a spirit team that handle that shit for me. It ain't the other way around where I'm looking for the next motherfucker to help me. It's the next motherfucker sitting there screaming for, Jesus, please help. Jesus, please help. I'm here in the fucking flesh, but you fucking up. Racism ain't got shit to do with it. It's either you gonna accept it or not. Because if you call yourself a fucking believer and you gonna keep fucking denouncing me, like I told any motherfucking Hispanic motherfucker, you do bruja work, you do the Orishas, you play with mythology. I don't care what nationality you are. Deny me. Deny me. Okay, Judas. Okay, Peter. Okay, Paul. I'm looking to release it. I'm looking for it. I'm looking for my calmness. It's only 10 minutes of a fucking emotion. We're going to work through these. But they really pissing me off and they trying to play in the fucking energy. And whatever this fucking dark psychology, they need to realize that shit don't work on me. Or they didn't process in their motherfucking fucking dingy ass fucking brain. Because clearly they only use the fucking left side of their brain. And it really shows. Well, I'm the surgeon. Okay, I'm gonna fucking you to be the top-notch motherfucking surgeon. Doesn't mean you utilize the whole aspect of your fucking brain while you still trying to suck up and lick up somebody's shitty ass. You better pray for fucking redemption. All I want to do is mind my business, chill, cleanse my motherfucking energy of this dirty-ass fucking people I'm surrounded by. Because you wanted me to be here. Because once I fucking leave this motherfucking place, a lot of fucking people fit to feel the wrath. So regardless if you feeling like, oh, we got them like this, we're going to hold up their money, we're going to do this. I can give two shits about a phone. I'll still fucking move around one way or a fucking another. Self-love, get you some. I'm in harmony with myself. I love myself. Love me enough so you can know how to, I want to love you past your pain. I got enough love for me and a lot of other motherfuckers. I can't give something I ain't already got in me. But I know fucking pain, so which one you want? Pain y'all ain't never fucking had to feel or see, and if you did, you probably never healed it. And I'm helping you trying to cleanse that shit so you can get a fucking miracle. But like I said, if it's something in my wound and it's you a bitch ass motherfucker trying to pray against mine, you're gonna lose a kid every fucking time. You give a fuck if they grown or not, in your womb or not. Don't pray against somebody else's womb and it wouldn't come back onto you. Because that's not my motherfucking karma. I suffered long enough and I took on a motherfucking dirty ass bitch, Veronica Lynn Shield Walker's bullshit. That bitch can have whatever the fuck it is back. I have no connections or ties to none of their ass, and I never fucking wish to speak to them, see them again. And if I'm getting a phone call, I better say that their ass was fucking buried. You give a fuck it's Patrick, Monique, Rita, Johnny, whoever the fuck case may be. And if it's anybody I've seen in my motherfucking history, so fucking be it. I pray the next fucking call is that y'all asses in y'all motherfucking grave. If not, that y'all getting fucking life. Without a chance of fucking parole. If not, if they ask me to go ahead and give you the injection, so fucking be it. Because y'all holding up my shit. And if it's a fucking bullshit ass sibling, may that bitch get the same shit. Or if it's a brother or sister, whoever. Because either way it goes, this is not the type of behavior how I conduct myself. But do unto others as you want done unto yourself. And if you wishing death on me, may that shit happen unto you effective immediately. Thank you, Archangel Michael, Gabriel, Samuel, Uriel, and motherfucking Metatron. Leave me the fuck alone. Cause I ain't backing down from shit. If they told me to do this, my shit will not be shut down. But you will have a meltdown. Y'all better learn to speak the fuck up. So I don't give a fuck about connecting to no damn man or any fucking body. I don't care about no friend. That's why somebody got their fucking feelings hurt earlier this morning. Hey friend, I'm not your fucking friend. I don't have none of those. What else you have for me? Listen to your body and do what it's asking you. And that's to go take a goddamn nap. That's what it was, and that's what it's been. And if either you accept it, or you don't, or you learn from it, or you don't, the choice is yours. It don't matter to me.